touch, I could with just one touch, I could feel my body giving.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Zoo Podcast. In today's episode, we are going to discuss a very important topic, which is mental health, especially among students and young adults. The objective of this topic is to create awareness, to normalize conversation about emotion, and to remind everyone that struggling does not mean that you are weak. Sometimes we all go through difficult phases, and that is not completely normal. This topic especially important for students because we are constantly dealing with academic pressure, expectation from family, financial, and sometimes personal issues that we keep to ourselves. Many young adults appear fine on the outside, but internally they may be overwhelmed. And today, I'm joined by NADHIRAH and ERMA. Hi NADHIRAH, hi ERMA.
Hi.
How are you today, NADHIRAH?
I'm good.
How about you?
I'm good as well.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, let's start with a basic question. What does mental health mean to both of you?
For me, mental health refers to our emotional and psychological well-being. It's about how we think, how we feel, and how we handle stress or problems in life. It's not just about being happy all the time. Sometimes mental health also means allowing ourselves to feel sad, stressed, or disappointed, but knowing how to manage those feelings in a healthy way.
Wow, I love your opinion. What about you, ERMA?
I agree with Nan. I think mental health is like our internal condition. Just like we take care of our physical health, we also need to take care of our mind. If we ignore our emotion for too long, it can affect our daily life, our studies, and even our relationship.
Wow, that's very true. Now, can both of you explain the differences between mental health and mental illness?
For me, mental health is something everyone has, just like physical health. Mental illness, on the other hand, refers to diagnosed conditions such as depression, anxiety disorders, or bipolar disorders. For example, feeling stressed before an exam is normal. That's part of mental health. But if someone feels extreme sadness for weeks, loses motivation, and cannot function normally, that might require professional help.
Okay, NADHIRAH, another simple example is this. If you feel tired for one day, that is normal. But if you feel exhausted every day for months and it affects your daily life, that could be something more serious. So not every emotional struggle is a mental illness, but all of us need to take care of our mental health.
Wow, so to summarize this, mental health is not about our overall emotional well-being, while mental illness refers to specific conditions that may need treatment, and both are equally important to understand. Now, let's talk about common challenges. So, academic pressure is one of the biggest issues among students.
Yes, especially during peak week when we have multiple assignments and presentation at the same time. Sometimes we feel overwhelmed and question our abilities. Personally, I've experienced moments where I feel anxious before deadline, even when I had prepared. The fear of not doing well can really affect confidence.
Burnout is also very common. Sometimes we are physically present but mentally exhausted. There were times when I felt so drained that even simple tasks felt heavy. It's like your body is there but your mind just wants to shut down. Burnout happens when we don't give ourselves enough rest.
Yes, I agree. Other than that, some students don't have a strong support system. Maybe they feel their parents don't understand them or they don't have any close friends to talk. Feeling unsupported can make problems feel bigger than they actually are.
Lastly, social media also plays a big role. When we scroll and see others achieving success, getting good grades, or living a perfect life, we start comparing ourselves. But we forget that social media only show highlights, not struggles.
That's a good point, guys. Thank you, NADHIRAH. Thank you, ERMA, for your opinion on it. So, if mental health important, why do many people keep it quiet and don't talk about it? One reason is fear of being judged. Some people might say you are dramatic, you are unstable, ungrateful, or even lacking faith. That fear makes people choose silence. What about you, Emma?
Another reason is feeling like a burden. Sometimes we think everyone has their own problem. I shouldn't add mine. So we keep everything inside.
Yes, I agree, Emma. Some people also struggle to express their feelings, especially introvert people. They might feel deeply but don't know how to put it into words.
And sometimes we try too hard to be independent. And we think asking for help means we are weak. But actually, it takes courage to admit we need support.
So guys, sometimes I also feel that way too. Okay guys, we have talked about the definition of mental health and the challenges. Okay, now let's move to the solution. So, what can we do to protect our mental health? For me, firstly, good time management. When we plan our schedule properly, we reduce last-minute stress. Breaking tasks into smaller parts also makes them less overwhelming. I agree with you. And what about you, Emma?
Second, exercise or physical activity. Even simple activities like walking can help release stress and improve mood.
Wow, you like walking, Emma?
Yes, I do.
Other than that, talking to trusted friends or family members is also important. Sharing your feelings can reduce emotional burden.
Taking breaks from social media is another helpful step. Sometimes disconnecting helps us reconnect with ourselves.
And if things become too heavy, seeking help for school or university counselor is a very brave step. They are trained to help, not to judge. Have you talked to your university counselor? I do. When I feel very stressed or overwhelmed about myself, so I go to my counselor and I express my feelings to her. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. So, explain how can we support friends who may be struggling in handling mental health?
In my opinion, firstly, listen without judging. sometimes people don't need advice, but they just need someone to listen.
So Emma, do you prefer your friends to be a good responder or a good listener?
I think I prefer my friends to be a good listener because I just need my friends to hear my problems.
What about you, Nat?
Secondly, I think show empathy. Simple message like, are you okay? I'm here with you. Can mean a lot.
That's true. So Nadia, I want to ask you, as a friend, are you a good responder or a good listener?
I think I'm both because I always be a good responder when people give their open up their feelings or their problems, and I always there for them to hear what they feel so that they don't feel alone or struggling alone.
You must be that kind of therapist friend.
Alhamdulillah.
Your friend.
MashaAllah.
We should also recognize warning signs like sudden withdrawal, extreme mood changes, or loss of interest. If we notice these signs, encourage them to seek help gently.
Okay guys, as we come to the end, Nadhirah and ERMA, what is your advice you want to give to the viewers that watching our podcast today? For me, for the teenagers, if you are stressed with your homework and assignment or so on, the thing that you really need to do is you need to settle down your work on time. With that, you can save your time do something that really important. For example, if the due date is today, you need to do it today, not do it in the evening today or tomorrow like that. So with that, you can spend your time to something that really need to do that time. If you have the assignment or homework, just do it. Don't postpone it. So other than that, if you are feeling stressed or burnt out, don't keep to yourself. Just go find someone that you can talk, get someone that you can trust. You talk to them, express your feeling to them, so that you don't feel down or you don't feel you are alone. So it can also make yourself more better than before lah. Other than that, don't forget to remember for our God. So if you are stressing, really stressed, you go to pray. Or if you don't, you need to pray. Okay. So the point is, we have to rely ourselves to our God lah. Yes. That's my point. Yeah, that's my point. So with that, if you remember our God remember us. So with that, we can feeling better than before because you express your feeling to your God lah. I mean, other than that, you don't forget to read Quran. Yeah. So it make your heart calm down, calm. Like that. Calm. Yes. Last but not least, don't forget to take care of your health. Either your mental health, physical health, you need to take care. So with that, what if you don't take care? Who's gonna take care of you? You only have yourself. Yes, you can. Yeah. Okay, that's all from me.
Thank you, Nadia, for your point.
Okay.
What about you, Emma?
In my opinion, one simple but important way to reduce stress is to protect your sleep. Many students sacrifice sleep to finish assignments or scroll on social media, but lack of sleep actually make stress worse. When we don't rest enough, we become more anxious, more emotional and less focused. Moreover, sleep is not laziness, it is recovery. It helps our brain reset and process emotion. So student can try to maintain a proper sleep schedule, reduce phone use before bed, and allow yourself to rest without feeling guilty.
Do you love sleeping?
Yes, I do.
I do. Me too. Would you choose sleeping over assignment? Oh no, because I always do the assignment on time. Me too. Yeah, you too? Me too.
Yeah. Me too juga.
You too?
juga. Yes.
Okay guys, let's remember a few key points. Mental health is just important as physical health, just like Nadhirah said. And students may face challenges, which is in academic pressure, burnout, lack of support, and social compression. And many people stay silent because of fears and stigma. People stigma. And but there are healthy ways to cope, and seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. And most importantly, it's okay not to be okay. What matters is that we acknowledge our feelings and take steps to take care of ourselves and others. Thank you Nadhirah and ERMA for sharing your thoughts. And thank you to our listener, and we hope this episode encourage you to check on yourself and your friends too. And take care and see you in our next episode. Bye.
You know, we all have those days, don't we? The ones where we just feel off. Well, today we're going to dive into something that really, truly affects every single one of us, our mental well-being. We're going to explore why it's not just okay, but actually completely normal to struggle sometimes, and how just admitting that to yourself is the real first step toward feeling better. This simple phrase says it all. It's okay not to be okay. It's so powerful because it's just a reminder that, hey, we're all human. Feeling sad or frustrated or just totally wiped out doesn't mean you're failing at life. It just means you're living it. Okay, so if it's really okay not to be okay, why is it so darn hard to admit it sometimes? Well, to get to the bottom of that, we have to talk about the crazy amount of pressure we're all dealing with every single day. And here it is, right? This is the core of the problem. We are constantly swimming in this sea of curated perfection, especially online. It builds this expectation that we have to look strong, successful, and happy all the time. But the reality? Life is messy. And I promise you, every single person you know is dealing with challenges you can't see. And look, this pressure isn't some vague idea. It's real. It's that mountain of homework for students. It's those looming project deadlines at work. It's the bills that just keep showing up, and trying to navigate our personal relationships and what our families expect from us. All these things pile up, and if we're not careful, they can really start to weigh us down. So what do most of us do when we feel all that pressure? The natural instinct is to just put our heads down, stay quiet, and try to power through it. But as we're about to see, staying silent, that can be one of the most harmful things we can possibly do. So why do we stay silent? Honestly, it usually boils down to one thing: stigma. We're just so afraid of being judged, afraid of people thinking we're weak or overly sensitive or being dramatic. So what do? We slap on a brave face and just pretend that everything's fine, even when it feels like it's all falling apart. This brings us to a really important question. When we choose to stay quiet instead of speaking up, what's the risk? What is the real price we pay for pushing all those feelings down and locking them away? Well, here's what that price tag looks like. It isn't just about feeling a little bit down. We're talking about total emotional exhaustion, that feeling of being completely drained. It's that constant hum of anxiety in the back of your mind. It can make it impossible to focus, kill your motivation, mess with your sleep, and it can all lead to serious burnout, where you just feel completely empty, mentally and physically. These are no joke. We just can't afford to ignore them. All right, so we've laid out the problem pretty clearly. Now let's talk about the solution. The path to feeling better really begins by turning our focus inward and learning some essential tools for self-awareness and self-care. It all starts with self-awareness. You know, in our crazy, non-stop world, it is so easy to lose touch with how we're actually doing. But just taking a moment to pause and genuinely ask yourself, hey, how am I really feeling right now? That can be an absolute game changer. It's the first step to figuring out what you actually need to feel better.
And listen, self-care doesn't have to be some grand, expensive thing. It can be super simple. We're talking about just stepping away from your desk for 5 minutes, or trying a simple breathing exercise, that actually tells your nervous system it's okay to relax. Even just a short walk around the block to get your body moving can work wonders. These small things, they make a huge difference.
And this is so important. Accepting that you're struggling isn't giving up. It is not a sign of weakness at all. It's actually a sign of incredible strength. It's you acknowledging that you're human, with all the messy, complicated feelings that come with it. And that is a huge step on the path to feeling whole again.
Now, while that journey inward is absolutely essential, the good news is we don't have to walk it all by ourselves. So let's talk about the incredible power of connecting with other people and leaning on them for support.
You know, we all want to be there for our friends, but sometimes we just don't know how. The secret isn't having all the answers. It's about listening. I mean, really listening, without jumping in with judgments. It's about showing empathy and just creating a safe space for someone to be vulnerable. It's not about trying to fix them.
At the end of the day, we are just not built to go through life alone. We need our people. Having that person or that group of people who you can be completely yourself with, warts and all, that is priceless. They don't just give us comfort, they can help us see our problems in a whole new light. And let me be absolutely crystal clear on this one. There is zero shame in getting professional help. In fact, it's one of the bravest, most responsible things you can possibly do for yourself. It's you taking charge of your own well-being. It is a sign of strength, period. Okay, for our final piece, let's zoom out a bit, because improving mental well-being isn't just a solo mission, it's a team sport. We all have a part to play in creating a more compassionate, more understanding world for everyone. So how do we do that? How do we build this world? It starts with conversations. The more we talk openly about mental health, the more normal it becomes. In our schools, at our jobs, with our families and friends. Every single conversation helps chip away at that old-fashioned stigma. And please, never, ever underestimate the power of a small act of kindness. You truly have no idea what the person sitting next to you might be going through. A simple smile, a supportive text, it might feel like nothing to you, but to them, it could mean absolutely everything. And that brings us right back to where we started. The whole journey, from self-care to getting support to actually healing, it all begins with this one single, honest moment of admission. The moment we stop pretending and we start moving forward.
So, I want to leave you with this question. After everything we've talked about, what's one thing you can do, maybe even starting today, to make it a little more okay for yourself to not be okay, and to create that same kind of safe space for the people in your life?